Welcome back to our VBS, our Virtual Bible School. This is our last day, our last story in being Bible school. We are studying the Bible. And I will tell you again, if you've been with us all week, you'll know that the Bible is divided into two main parts. We have the Old Testament that's a lot thicker than the New Testament. We've had stories from the Old Testament and we've had stories from the New Testament. And today's story comes from the New Testament, right there. It's a story that's going to tell us that Jesus can give us peace. Jesus was someone who said such wonderful things and did such amazing things that people followed him. He had 12 special followers. I'm just going to show you these two. Now, the other day I had two that I told you their names. We might call one of these Matthew and one of them Bartholomew. Doesn't matter. They had names. There were 12. I'm only going to show you these two because you see this boat here? They all have to fit into the boat. I didn't have a boat big enough to fit 12, plus Jesus. So for today's story, they have to get into this boat. So I'm just going to have two of Jesus' special followers. He was teaching them how to teach other people. So they were with him a lot. Other people, when he would go through towns and through the countryside, other people would follow. And they would come and they would want to hear those wonderful things that Jesus said and the amazing things that he did. And sometimes they would crowd around him. Sometimes Jesus got tired, and sometimes he would stay and he would preach to them. He would tell them how God wanted them to live and what the kinds of things that they should do. And then sometimes he just had to get away. And this is one of those times. He saw the people coming. Oops. And he said to his disciples, let's get into that boat and go over to the other side of the lake. It was a big lake. So they got into the boat. And they started out to go to the other side of the lake. And then all of a sudden, there started to be some waves come up. But you know, Jesus was tired. Remember I said he was tired? So he was lying down in the boat. And more waves came. And more waves. And more waves. So there were waves all over and the wind was just blowing and howling. And the boat was rocking and the disciples were afraid they were going to tip over and they were going to drown. Oh my gosh, they were terrified. And they turned to Jesus. Hey, Jesus. Hey, Jesus, they said. Wake up, Jesus. Wake up. We're going to drown. And Jesus stood up and he said, what are you so afraid of? Oh, we're going to drown. See how the boat is just rocking all over. And Jesus held out his hand and he said, he commanded the waves and the wind to stop. And the boat stopped rocking. And the waves stopped. The wind stopped. Everything was calm. Jesus can give us peace.